You talk about the kingdom's declared policy. I think here you are talking about their policy of diplomacy first, a new era of diplomacy first, which you are seeing not just in this region, but around the world. Let's just talk about that, this new declared policy, and how this agreement between Saudi and Iran fits into that.
Becky, first of all, thank you very much for having me. In the wise words of Sun Tzu in the famous book, Art of War, the best battles are won without fighting. So if this agreement can help us achieve our goals, get us where we want to be in 2030, and end this bloody chapter which we have lived through, the whole region has lived through for decades, then it's a win on all fronts. Now, there has been some geopolitical factors that has helped in the change or accelerated this process. As you might very well remember, in the beginning of the Biden administration, there were some not so reassuring messages sent when the Houthis were removed off the terror list and the Patriot batteries were withdrawn from Saudi Arabia at a time when our civilians and our cities were being targeted. For us in Saudi Arabia, we have a very clear vision. We are headed towards 2030 to diversify.
What do they need to see in those 2 months to fully believe that Tehran is on board?
Well, look, I think everybody, especially in this part of the world and especially in the kingdom, is clear-eyed, and Iran's history speaks for itself. Unfortunately, history has a way to repeat itself. So there's a lot of attention paid to the details, and this is probably why, as you just mentioned, the deal wasn't signed immediately. It was given 2 months, which I think is a very wise decision for the nitty-gritty or for the details to be agreed upon. Under no circumstances are we expecting to wake up the next morning and everybody suddenly hugging each other. As I said earlier, this is a conflict that has been going on for decades. There has been previous attempts of rapprochement, but it has failed mainly due to Iran not sticking to their end of the bargain. But let's keep an eye on the ball here, what this could possibly achieve. By being a realist, if we want to be realists, this is a first step towards a very exciting future. You and I both live in this region. Imagine waking up one day without having a war in Yemen, without having a conflict in Syria, with a thriving Lebanon, with Iraq going back to its full potential. That would be a dream come true, and that would be good for the whole region and the whole world. What this is, it's the first step towards that direction, but I don't think anybody is expecting us to get there quickly, and I don't think anybody is expecting us to blink during the process. However, the most recent statement from the Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, just today actually, is saying that